Hello everyone, welcome to another one of my videos. This is Shark and 20, this is Cesar, representing the Iowa State Cyclones in the Sim Nation College Football League. So today we are going to focus on the passing game. So as you can see, we started the season really well with 6 wins, and in the last 2 sims we had 2 losses, which it kicked us out of the top 25, which we kind of expected. So anyway, we were so happy with the first game that we thought that we had something into our hands, but then we clearly fallen off the cliff now. We lost 2 consecutive games at home, which is even worse, and one of them was against Kansas, which is not great in this game either. So not good. So what we're gonna do today, as we say, we're gonna focus on the passing concepts, on creating that offensive passing attack going. And why are we gonna do this exactly today? This because we are one of the worst ranked passes teams in the league, as you can see. We are 97th in the league, and we're still the 5th of rush yards per game. We're doing really well in there, still doing well. So let's see what went wrong in our 2 losses. So Oklahoma State is one of the best teams in the Big 12, so there's no shame about this defeat. But as we can see, we just couldn't get going. We just couldn't get going. So Conley completed 15 out of 39, not even 40% of his passes, just 165 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And 52 yards came from a big play. So not really consistent with his hitting his targets, not really consistent going past the first down marker. So really bad game. Despite Oklahoma State having 12 penalties for 115 yards, they basically demolish us on the ground and demolish us on the passing attack as well. So we just couldn't get going. That's what it is. And then to make things even worse, we lost this game with a field goal, with expiring clock, 56-yard field goal. We still had 1 timeout, and we were in 4th and 1 in Kansas 39. So we could have tried a short pass, or we could have tried to get a little bit like closer to the end zone and try to kick a field goal in better circumstances. But, well, this game sometimes is what it is. Conley was much better. He was hitting 73.5% of his target, 280 yards, and 1 interception. That's not bad, not bad at all. But I still want a little bit more for the passing attack to make up for when the running game is not going. So, first, we have to see what is working and what is not. First, we need to look at our staff to see what our staff does well and what they don't do well. So we know that the offensive production comes out of the head coach in a way. So he likes to run a run-first West Coast hybrid offense. That's one of the reasons we brought him in. That's exactly the kind of offense that we want to run. So yeah, it's pretty good there. So pretty in line with what we want to do. And we have Rufus Sterling, which is still the reminiscence of the awful Iowa State Cyclones when I took over. He's still going in his 3rd year, trying to get used to the team. So, and again, he likes to run a run-first West Coast hybrid offense, which is exactly what we want to do. So we might keep, we're not keeping him longer than this. Look at this development. Look at the intelligence. So this guy was good as a bridge, but that's it. He just can't. He just can't get the pass going. He's pretty good at helping with the outside runs, but we can find a much better fit when the next off season approaches. Okay, so our staff, they like to do short passes and outside runs, which is basically the bread and butter of what we want to do. And now, secondly, we need to see the players that we have and what they do well. So Joseph Conley, he's our starter, he's our starting quarterback. He's struggling a little bit in the touchdown to interception ratio, a little bit of step down, a step backwards from last year when he throws 16 to 10. This year is 8 to 9, which is not good. His rating is also down from 127.4 to 124.5, even having a better set of skill players around him, but we will get this better. I'm pretty confident that Joseph Conley will do better. So he is fully developed in the quarterback position. He is a clutch quarterback, even though he's not demonstrating that very much. And as we can see, he's still progressing. If we take out all of the things that are not really important for the kind of system that we play, yeah, that's a bit. So as you can see, his arm started at 63 and now is at 67. So he has gained 4 points of arm. Thanks to our training focusing skill development, and accuracy and intelligence is still the same, 91 to 90. So clearly, as you can see, no, sorry, actually 90 to 92. So accuracy also has improved 1 point. So he has improved 5 points since he arrived to the team. As a third-star prospect and the 760 player in the nation. So I have faith in Joseph Conley. Like, I do really have faith in him. So as you see, his arm is 67, which is not elite, not at all. It's not even backup quality, but his intelligence and accuracy are out of the charts. So what kind of game do you think this quarterback is going to be able to play? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, short passing game, which is exactly why we got the coaches that we have and why we have the system around him that we have. Okay, so we know the quarterback, we know that he's able to throw short, we know that he makes smart decisions and he's very accurate with the football. So obviously, if you have a quarterback with a big arm, big intelligence and less accuracy, then you might want to go medium or deep, but in this case, I have short passes and medium passes as our main attack. So now we have to go to the skill positions to see what they are able to do. So Tony Apodaca, we spoke a lot about him during the streams. He's really fast, he's really agile, and he's got, well, decent hands. Just average, a little bit below average. So that works well with Mr. Conley, who's going to put the ball exactly where it has to be. And what we try to get from Mr. Apodaca is YAC, which is yards after the catch. They are not registering here, but what I'm aiming to do is to get him moving, like in slant routes, in routes, out routes, to get him going so Conley can put the ball in him and he can get these YAC yards that are so famous in the NFL nowadays. So as you can see, his hands are not affecting him very much. He only has 1 drop, and that's thank you to his position skill, which is 90. That's really high for a wide receiver in college. So pretty happy with this transfer out of Clemson, as we said. And he is catching almost 60% of the passes thrown on his way. Okay, so we know that Mr. Apodaca, he can go to the middle with 59 strength. He's very agile to work short routes, and he's very fast to get those jacks going. So we have James Manning, which is a similar cut to Apodaca. So he's got pretty decent ability, he's got pretty decent speed, he's got very good hands. So 86, he's not that developed though, he's only has 76 position skill, which sometimes, you can feel that, especially in the drop section where he had like 7 drops last year and he has 5 drops already this year. So I think we are really paying, even though having more hands and not being that good in his skill position, he's not able to use his body as much. And he is pretty much catching, well, it's pretty similar to 60%. And if not for his drops, he will have a lot better numbers than this. So this is our number 2. And our number 3 is Felix Lowhorn. He is another freshman. He's doing really, really well with 19 out of 24 targets received. 266 yards, and well, actually, he's a deep threat, and he's a workout fanatic, and he's more developed. I mean, you know what we're gonna do here? Yeah, that's it. We are gonna switch James Manning for Felix Lowhorn. We're gonna do this because I think at this point Felix is just better than James. So we are gonna make this change, and we know that Felix Lowhorn, he's got a trait which is deep threat trait. What this means? It means that he will be like a magnet when you throw this, when you plan for these big throws, for these deep throws over 20 yards. He's gonna be the preferred target on the play and the preferred target of those deep throws. Even though his speed is only 88, and when I mean only, remember that this is a Power 5 conference, so cornerbacks are also very fast. So ideally, from a deep threat wide receiver, I would like a speed like at least over 92. But well, I mean, this is what we have, and we know that Conley is not great throwing long passes anyway. So from now on, we are gonna work with Manning. We're gonna change this in here as well. Sorry, guys. James Manning, and we're gonna have here James Manning. James Manning. Okay, that will do. We made the change everywhere. Okay, so we know that we have decent receivers. I mean, they have starter level speed and agility and around starter level hands, so they should be better than what they are doing, really. And then we have the tight ends, which are not great. So Robert McDaniels, 71 speed. I'm on. My grandmother goes faster than this guy, even though he's got 84 hands. He has 3 drops, and again, this is likely for the skill position. And we have as a backup David Richardson, which is 73 speed, and again, 84 hands. But yeah, he only had like 1 target since we started the season, and we are not really counting on Richardson for the passing game at all. So all in all, we know what we have. We can have a look at the running backs if you want. So we have Julian Landry, which is doesn't have great hands. He has, well, because they are normally short throws, he has taken 9 out of 12 for 73 yards, which is not bad. And then we have Keith Reynolds, which has 45 hands, which is even worse. But yeah, this season he had no receptions. And our third down back is Cameron Johnson, which, if I remember, yeah, that's it. So he's got pretty decent hands for a running back, and he's got a marvelous speed for a third down player. But yeah, not very good here. He didn't have any targets so far. Not that we are planning in third down to throw to the running backs. That's what we have the wide receivers for. Okay, so we saw the stuff. We saw what they do well, what they do bad. We saw the kind of passing game that we can get out of our skill players. So now we go to the strategy. We are in halfway through the season, so we know that in our custom playbook, which is offense, West Coast, outside runs, we have a lot of information about the plays that we are running and which ones work and which ones doesn't work. So basically anything under 4.5 yards per time that you call the play, I don't think is good enough. So we call this play I formation wide receiver read. We call it 6 times, and the average gain was negative. So yeah, we can safely say that we can delete this. So we can delete that one. What the hell? No. Oh, did delete the whole playbook? No. Please tell me I did save it somewhere. Please tell me I did save this somewhere. Where are we? Where are these things saved? Oh, sorry guys. It's a mistake of the of direct. I don't really want to do this from the beginning again. No, this is Football Manager. So where are we? So we're here somewhere, right? So that's Wolverine Studios. Should be on Steam. Steam apps. Come on. Draft Day Sports College Football. Come on, tell me there's some money here. Where are you? Sorry guys for all of this. We will get there eventually. Where are these things safe? So if we go to documents, that's not it. So where did I get these things from? Yeah, no. Doesn't say. They're not safe anywhere. Well, what about if I get like a random playbook, like this one? If I export it, it doesn't tell me what is export. Well, that's not helpful. Okay. So I'm gonna stop this in here and then I will put part 2 shortly.